Our top story at 6, police are making progress in a community plagued by gang violence. For the second time in less than 2 years, alleged gang members are arrested in Carver Village. 5 men were indicted this week. All face criminal charges involving drugs, guns, and offenses reportedly connected to street gang activity. Authorities hope this is a turning point and gangs become history in historic Carver Village. Well, this just in, Chatham County Police want your help finding a woman connected to an aggravated assault case. Detectives want information on the whereabouts of Demetria Pilote. She's wanted for an aggravated assault on Wednesday, May 9th around 8 p.m. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of Pilote should call Crime Stoppers. That number 234-2020. Continuing coverage tonight, the controversial alcohol ban on Tybee Island is now in effect, but that didn't stop hundreds of spring breakers and families from enjoying the beach today. News 3's Danny Dykes is live with reaction to the restrictions. Danny. Well, the video has gone viral. A manager at a Jacksonville McDonald's hits a customer who gets upset about the service. Well, tonight that manager is apologizing for the incident. Eric Avenir reports. Next on News 3 at 6, a bold stand today in Savannah as thousands of young people and old march for their lives to push for gun control. A live report straight ahead. And it was a similar scene all across the country. Hundreds of thousands of students sending a strong message to lawmakers demanding change now. Good evening. I'm Trish Williford. Thank you for joining us.
Vote them out! In the silence! Vote them out! In the silence! Vote them out!
Well, we heard their cries, chants, and screams all over downtown Savannah today. Danny, thank you. Well, News 3 was right in the thick of today's march for our Lives rally in downtown Savannah. We brought you live team coverage during our 1-hour special this afternoon. Well, that coverage continues right now with News 3's Martin Staunton, where the march wrapped up in Forsyth Park. Second Lady Karen Pence, along with Vice President Pence, they are decked out in their green, waving to the crowd. I'm sure the crowd is excited, waving back to them. And I'm Trish Williford. Thank you for joining us. With 2 suspects, a 3-vehicle crash, and hundreds of people stuck in a traffic jam for hours.
That was the scene last night on Highway 80 in Tybee Island. Tonight, the Georgia State Patrol still searching for a suspect and his friend accused of causing that crash.
Sports reporter Rex Castillo is there for all that action. He joins us now live from the landings with who did well even in the wet weather. Rex. And Lee is joining us now, and I believe I heard you say an excellent weekend ahead.
I did.
Did I hear you say?
You heard
nice
me right.
Job.
You
nice
know
job.
what? And we timed it right because listen, you know, a lot of folks don't want rain on a Friday, but it's better than Saturday and Easter Sunday.
And the folks at the beach today, they said, don't get onto them. They
Yeah,
can be at the beach if
they
want
want to be there. They can be there, Lee.
They do what they want, you know.
As do you.
Tonight, News 3's Trish Williford went out once again searching for answers. She is live on your side from Mrs. Wynn's home with what she found out. Trish?
Well, I am standing live inside Mrs. Wynn's living room where it is nice and warm right now. But it was certainly a different story early this morning. This is video we shot earlier. My photographer and I went back to Burroughs Heating and Air, searching for answers into why this heater had not been fixed. Unfortunately, only the secretary was there. She eventually passed along my information to the manager. When he called, he informed me that he wasn't aware the heater still wasn't fixed. He promised to get that serviceman back over to Mrs. Wynn's home today, and he did. But as soon as we walked in, that serviceman bolted out the door. He told us he didn't want to be on camera, and we told him we only wanted to make sure Mrs. Wynn's heater was fixed once and for all today.
I'm a senior citizen. I get 1 check a month, and that 1 check got to struggle me through the whole month.
By the way, that serviceman just left, and it appears the heater is still working, but we're going to stay here. We will have an update for you tonight at 6. Well, many residents are simply thankful the damage left behind by Irma wasn't worse, but she definitely left her mark.
because it is just impossible to believe that one human could treat another human like McCabe treated these little girls.
It was a federal investigation launched more than 10 years ago. It began with an 11-year-old girl in Effingham County who had a dream to become a gymnast. Her mother contacted Coach William McCabe, who owned a gym in Lincoln, under the popular organization USA Gymnastics. That organization is responsible for training thousands of Olympic hopefuls. Within days, the girl joined McCabe's gym.
He was really helping her, and she was excelling, and little did they know what was lurking in the shadows with the coach that they had chosen.
The victim's attorneys say their client won dozens of medals and competitions while training with McCabe. Then, in 2006, at the height of the athlete's success,
and she found what she thought to be some highly inappropriate messages and pictures that were sent to her client.
The girl's mother quickly contacted the FBI, which began their investigation into McCabe's background. According to court documents, the sexual assault allegations against McCabe began back in 1998 in Florida.
And in fact, uncovered 5 or 6 other gyms where he had been essentially let go for similar type acts. She let USA Gymnastics know about it and said, please do something about this. They ignored it.
Weeks after the FBI's investigation, McCabe was arrested and pleaded guilty to sexual exploitation of children. Many other victims soon came forward. But according to these attorneys, USA Gymnastics did nothing to protect their athletes.
USAG and the other governing bodies were clearly putting medals and money ahead of the safety of their athletes.
McCabe is now serving 21 years in prison, and the victim who exposed his crimes is now 22, and according to attorneys, struggling to live with the nightmare of what happened to her.
They're 11 years old, their trust has been broken. How do you ever get it back?